Peace, love, shalom, family. This is not a spiritual video. This is like direct. This video is going to be very direct. And I hope that my approach to you is not too hard or too strong. This message is for everybody, but specifically for my black brothers and sisters. I mean, everybody can learn from it, and this can apply to anybody. But this message is specifically for my black brothers and sisters. First of all, I'm just going to say you can tell that black people ain't never had nothing. I'm just going to be real with you. Most black people ain't never had nothing. So sometimes when they get to a high place of power, they can potentially become arrogant. Everybody want to be Rocky. Everybody want to be somebody's mentor. Everybody wants to lead your life. You know, everybody want to be hardcore with you, like we on a football field. That's not necessary. That's not necessary. I've noticed that black people that climb in power, not all of them, but most of them, most black people that get to some sort of power become arrogant. You can't tell who's who, if you know what I mean, when they get to a place of power. I had somebody come to me and literally tell me in so many words that him and somebody else that I know that is the same color had to stick together because of where they were in this particular area, predominantly another color. They had to stick together. But then shortly afterwards, from the way that he's treating me, I'm going to just be honest with you. If you're black and you're telling me that black people got to stick together, but then you're talking to me worse than the white people are, that kind of confused me. You know, black people tend to, which we do have our struggles. I'm not trying to take that from us. We have our struggles. We have it hard. We have it harder in some places than others. You know, we're not the Head Start people in this world. I can be honest with you and say that. But I have to say that some of the best treatment that I have ever got in my life came from white people. I've been mistreated by all race, but I have to say that some of the best treatment that I've gotten has come from white people. I have to say that some of the most respectful people that have talked to me like I'm a man and not a little boy have come from white people. I find that strange, because if we got to stick together, why is it that when you become in a place of power for 1 second, now I'm your son, and now you're talking to me like I'm a child? Are you talking? Yeah, I mean, we all have mentors. We all have people that oversee us sometimes. God places those kind of people in your life. You know, there are sometimes God will place somebody in your life that know more than you, or that have experienced a little more than you, to help you in some areas of your life. I agree with that wholeheartedly. I have a couple mentors myself that will keep me in line and keep me in check if I get out of line. But you ain't one of them, brother. So that's why it's important for us, like I said in the other video, to know our roles. The whole point of this video is simply this. When you become or you approach a place of power, stay humble and remember where you come from. Treat and respect everybody with the same and mutual respect. You are no higher than nobody else. You have no more power than nobody else. You just have a place in high position and have certain abilities that other people may not have currently in this time of life or time being. But I'm just being honest with you. I had somebody come to me today, and I just had to say I thank God that I'm changed. I just have to say I thank God that he's working on me with that self-control, and that he's not, this didn't happen a couple years ago. That's all I'm going to say. And this is proof that God has worked on me. But the reason I'm making this video is because I'm beginning to see this pattern on and on. There's even black police officers that treat some of us worse than the white officers do. In some instances. Not all of it, in some. Some of the meanest women I've ever had to deal with were black women. I'm not saying you all are like that, but that's just facts. Even down to calling and making a doctor's appointment When there's a bunch of sisters in the office, hello? Yeah, and you calling for who? Okay, but what's your doctor? Okay, but then, you know, a nice white lady. Hello, good afternoon. This is Dr. Such and Such's office. How may I help you? You just feel better. In life, we understand that everybody ain't going to be nice to you. That's just life. Jesus said they hated me first. But I'm just making a point. The point is, us as black people need to shut up sometimes. Because we're always talking about the white man this and the white man that. And this, that, and the third. And nobody here for us. No. But then when you get in place of power, you ain't helping near one of your people. And if you do help one of your people, you're looking to be a tyrant. You're looking to be somebody's king, somebody's head. And that's not what it's about. It's about helping each other get to the top so we can all celebrate together. That's why I never went for that race thing. I will be friends with anybody. I don't care what color you are. White, black, purple, green. If you love me, I love you. You respect me, I respect you. That's just how I've always been. Even younger, when I was a lot younger. I didn't get into fights with people all the time. Only time I got into fights is when I would get bullied and I had to fight somebody off of me. But I was never the type of guy to walk around in a lot of fights. That's not me. It's never been a part of my character. But again, I state to you, brothers, when we get in a place of power, don't let it get to your head, man. Even people in the church, you get a position and it's just like, you turn back, you think the dude Barack Obama, calm down, relax. We're all serving under the same God. We're all serving under the same law. And in this earth, we're all serving under the same government. And if you are not the suit wearing man, you just like everybody else. And you know what I mean by that in code. If you ain't the suit wearing man, you just like everybody else. So humble yourself before they have you outside looking silly, looking cheap. For they have you outside looking for somewhere else to work. For they have you outside trying to start from the bottom all the way up to the top again, and you need somebody else to help you all over again. Stay humble. Because when you leave this planet, you ain't taking a dollar with you. Point blank, period. I'm done. I don't want to talk no more. I'm finished now. So, peace, love, shalom. I just wanted to get that out because, like I said, I've been noticing this for a couple years, man. For a couple of years. And it's like every time I get into this position, it just grinds my gears more and more and more because I'm like, dude, we are all trying to make it. Why is it that older black men feel like they cannot respect young black brothers? What's up with that? Everybody's not the same. Everybody's not out here stealing cars, selling drugs, sexing everybody's daughters up. And we're not all the same. So when you see my skin, don't just automatically assume that I'm one of these brothers that make excuses for life. It may make excuses to not climb to the top. I don't care what nobody say. I hate when motivational speakers do this. Everybody has a circumstance and a problem in their life that withholds them from climbing to the next level. It's not an excuse, it's a fact. So instead of going off on people and making them feel worse than they already feel, why don't you politely, gently help the person to the next level? And then if you see them getting out of line, then you check them. And even then, there's a way to check people. You don't disrespect people to check people. Because when you disrespect them, that shuts them off to you right there, and they don't want to hear nothing else you got to say. And then they continue in their ways. And then that's what makes them feel like they can't trust anybody. Then they become a know-it-all. Then they don't want to hear nobody speak. They feel like, you're going to do what the other person did to me, so I got this. I can do it myself. This is a problem. It's an ongoing problem. So I just want to get this message out there to you. Maybe it might let a bell go off of somebody's head, man. They talk about us young people, but the older folks in this generation are so disrespectful to us. And we're not all like everybody else. And most of them, I'm not saying all of them, because I've met some of the most beautiful elderly people. I've even met some men that even get in this very truck that I drive every day. And they'll check you. But I love it when they check you in a respectful manner. They'll come off as a grandfather that really cares and is concerned for you, not as a tyrant. I've been checked my whole life. It's time for me to start checking. Okay? I'm not that old, but I'm going to tell you like this. I ain't dumb. Never been stupid. And I've been told for many years that I'm a lot more ahead of time than my age range tells. So I thank God for that, because it's not my own doings. I've been sitting down in the corner for a long time with my hands over my head, letting people talk to me any old kind of way, run over me just because they're older than me, and I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not gonna let you keep disrespecting me and keep letting people walk all over my head. God wants us to turn the other cheek. Remember, but there was a time that he was on the cross, but then there was a time that he had to stand up, and there's a time that he resurrected. And from that time forth that he resurrected, ain't nobody step on his head. And when he come back, ain't nobody stepping on his head. He was a lamb first, but he was also a lion. And I'm telling you the same thing. I'm a lamb and a lion, and you ain't coming across to me with that nonsense no more. I'm not taking it from nobody. And that's not out of arrogance. I have to stand up for myself. I've been bullied for too long. I'm the kind of man that will respect you, but I'm still going to be a grown man as well. I'm not going to just sit down and keep folding with my hands on my head and just keep letting people crucify me. That's not happening no more. So this whole message is, I didn't mean to get into all of that, but the whole point of the message, because it's going on 11 minutes, and I have a patient to pick up, but the whole point I'm trying to make is, guys, is stay humble, guys. Know your role, know your place. Don't let people disrespect you. You don't have to settle for disrespect. There is sometimes in life where you might have to bite your tongue, or you might have to let certain things go. But then there's also a time to stand up for yourself, especially when you know you don't continuously deserve that. So peace, love, shalom. I'm out.